Hello everyone, it's DA here. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you are doing amazing. In honor of bringing some interesting content to this channel, today we're going to be looking into some of the in-house development footage or files for Anthem. You will see some assets from 2017 E3. You will see several concepts for the game, and at the end I would like to know what you guys think about it and if the studio should have gone with this instead of the final piece. And of course, if you also believe they might one day revisit these assets. I would also like to give credit to John Wofford for these assets, for this files. He is the senior UI artist at Retro Studios, and he has also worked on Star Wars: The Old Republic. So with that said, let us begin. First, we will start with the Cortex, and in this display of the options, there is a clean-cut feel to it. Kind of had like a Blacklight Retribution Ubisoft kind of vibe to it. The angles are sharp, the lines are thin and crisp, and it doesn't have too much going on. Now, in terms of memory usage, I'm very uninformed about that. However, I think this will also be quite easy on the hard drive and the memories. One thing I also noticed is that it seems a little bit easier to navigate just by looking at it. Now, I'm sure most people may say it doesn't feel like Anthem, but that is because we already know now what Anthem feels like since we've been playing it for a while. And if we didn't know, this would have worked better. And I also think that it feels a lot cleaner and futuristic. Now, that is just me. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comment section. Next, we have the Expedition start screen, and in this concept, we have the old icons from their E3 2017 footage, which proves that this was in-game at some point in time. It is animated, you have the objectives, you have the difficulties, and of course you have the starting point. At the bottom left of the screen, you have the status effects, which shows all the bonuses that you have selected before each mission. You also have the squad selection, which also seems to have some life to it. So far, I like this concept, and it would have been a lot better. Now, I know it's not as colorful, maybe, as much as the one that we have right now, but because of that simplicity, this design language would have also worked for our future stat sheet. I hope that they revisit this or at least pull a lot from it in future updates. I also think that they might have ditched this one due to the fact that the squad screen will always have to utilize the current Javelin customization. I like that animation a lot, so I think because of time in development, they probably went with something else instead of that. Now, when we examine the difficulty levels, there are 8 of those in this concept, but right now in the game we have 6. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to add 2 more in the future, probably, but right now we have 6 of them. These concepts are not always a representation of the final game, but from what we can tell, this is a concept that made it into game development at some point in time. We can see that instead of using the term insanity or torment, the team ended up settling for the now known Grandmaster difficulties. I would assume the terminologies were changed due to the rating system. Personally, I don't have an issue with the words, but I can also see where some people may misunderstand the words torment or maybe the words insanity. Who knows? Now, when we look at the customization options, you can also notice the same theme. The much darker background makes it feel more like a serious game with that crisis-like inspiration. I think I would have loved this instead of the all plain white background that we have. Maybe we could see some kind of upgrade or changes to that in the future. Who knows? And we could probably see a stat sheet for that in the future as well. Now, looking at the other in-depth features of this game, the map has more life to it. There are several zones which are sectioned off to show the difficulty, and of course there is a display of the mission rank. The squad selection also shows the bonuses that each squad member is bringing to the team. This, in my opinion, will make it so much easier to coordinate and ask teammates to rock another bonus perk for a specific role. This is also something that is really cool because there is a character model that shows the pilot and the Javelin. This once again will bring a lot of life and more sense of personalization to each player. People can select your profile and look at every single thing that you are rocking. Now, they did say that they are probably going to bring back the pilot's customization. Who knows when they're going to do that? Maybe 2 months down the line, 3 months, 6 months down the line, who knows? I really do hope that they haven't rolled out any of these concepts yet. This concept has a lot of potential, and it has a lot of things that we all ask for. You have the option to view another player's loadout, which is quite useful because sometimes you just want to ask them what they're rocking and they can just tell you, hey, look at my loadout, and you look at it and you can write it down and then replicate the same thing, or change it to suit your own playstyle. At the end, you also have the mention of guilds in that menu. With this being someone who works directly with the studio, I would hope to see this when the guilds become available, or at least an overall upgrade or update to the UI itself. The devs already confirmed in the latest stream that they are adding a lot of beautiful things to the game, so hopefully we get more intuitive, things, and maybe a redesign of the entire game UI. A lot of games have done it. We've seen it with Destiny 2 when Forsaken came out. We saw it with Warframe. We see it with Division. With the Division 2, it seems a little bit upgraded. So I believe Anthem can do the same. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Once again, a huge shout out to John Wofford for this in-studio assets that has been revealed and shared to us. Thanks for watching. It's DA signing out. I'll see you in the next one.